right. Hey, good morning and happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us on the KOCO Facebook page as well as the Meteorologist Taylor Cox KOCO Facebook page. My audio over here sounds good, so you should be able to hear it as well. Let's get started this morning. We saw gorgeous sunrise this morning. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Let's see if this is the time lapse. Okay, now earlier, and if I brought this back a little bit more, can't see it here, but maybe later I can pull up. Let's see. Okay, check this out. Earlier we were watching for all of these, okay, there we go, stars and planets in the sky because we had an absolutely clear morning. Okay, right? Are you ready for it? Let's see. Okay, this is Jupiter, and we could see Jupiter, if you can kind of see it on the side of your screen here. And we could see Jupiter as it made its way down across the horizon there. And then we watched the sun come up this morning, and it was so pretty out there. What you're seeing in the distance there are clouds, and we actually don't have any clouds here in Oklahoma, but we are seeing them from Oklahoma out in Texas. They're out in eastern Texas here. Arkansas, Louisiana, all cloud cover right there. But here in Oklahoma, we are clear for the most part, other than just the very southern edge. We are clear, and we're actually seeing those clouds as the sun came up. So, I don't know, just a fun little morning. Watching the planets, watching the sunrise, absolutely gorgeous out there. But we are clear, we're cool this morning, we're calm, comfortable. Temperatures are in the upper 30s and low 40s, so you're going to want your jacket as you head out the door this morning. It's a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Temperatures are about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. We've got a light wind out there coming from the south for most of us, about 5 to 10 miles an hour. And for your what to wear forecast today, I have jacket this morning, as I mentioned. Long sleeve this afternoon. I love the long sleeve, you know, whenever it's in the 60s. I know some people will go with that t-shirt, and that's perfectly fine. If you like these cooler temperatures, rock the t-shirt and shorts. But for me, I think that, and for most of us who get cold easily, I think that the long sleeve will be best. I was trying to get this all the way over in the frame here. Can you see it? There we go. We can see more of it now. All right, this evening we're going to see more cloud cover come in, and temperatures will drop to the 30s and 40s. So you are once again going to want your jacket tomorrow morning as you head to work on Monday, or school, or dropping the kids off at school. Now, temperatures tomorrow afternoon are back up into the 60s. This is pretty common for what we see this time of year, and this is what we're going to see just day after day this week. By Tuesday, once again, we are seeing temperatures in the mid-60s. By Wednesday, we do start to warm up a little bit, and temperatures are in the upper 60s and low 70s, and then Thursday, low 70s as well. What about that rain chance? Well, I don't want you to get, too excited. This is not today. This is next Sunday here. We have chances for rain coming in Saturday and Sunday. Mainly Sunday, I think that'll be the best chance for rain, hopefully getting some really good rainfall totals with this. And then moving out by Monday into Tuesday, looking dry on Tuesday here. But hopefully this time next week, I can show you the radar, which has things on it, and we can see the rain out there and get some really good moisture because we definitely need it. But for now, we're staying dry. We're staying really, really comfortable with temperatures in the 60s this afternoon. 60s continue through the middle of the work week, but we have a warm up after that into the 70s on Thursday, back down to the 60s on Friday, upper 60s that is, and then that chance for rain this weekend. Overnight temperatures are in the 30s and 40s, but mainly the 40s here. I'm kind of splitting hairs with these temperatures here. We stay in the low to mid 40s throughout the entire work week for your overnight lows, which means that you don't have to worry about bringing the plants in from outside, because we're not going to see that freeze. So that's really nice. Other than that, winds pick up in the middle of the work week to the end of the week, Thursday, Friday. We have a front coming through on Thursday and Friday, but it is not going to bring us any rain. What it's going to do is make Thursday pretty windy and Friday pretty windy. So this 68 on Friday will feel way different than the 69 on Wednesday. Cloudy with a strong north wind on Friday, whereas Wednesday, a light wind with lots of sunshine out there. So, other things to think about than just those temperatures. Okay, any questions this morning? We got through that pretty quickly. It's a pretty good forecast. Everything is just fall, fall, fall-like. Just in time for everyone to get their trees, right? Have you started decorating for Christmas yet? We were just talking about that yesterday afternoon at lunch. I got married earlier this year, and so this is the first year that my husband and I are decorating together, and we were saying, what do we want for our patio? Do we want to go red and green, maybe colorful lights, maybe just white lights? And we were talking about, what we wanted there. Have you guys started decorating yet? Sebastian says, good morning. Chariot says, good morning. Earl says, good morning. Charla says, good morning. Jan says, morning, have a great day. You too. Let's look at some of our other products this morning because we have some extra time. Okay, let's look at long-term outlooks, like temperature outlooks and moisture outlooks here, rainfall outlooks. So this would be the very end of our forecast here. Looking at Thanksgiving, it looks like, now this is like the week of Thanksgiving, 19th through the 25th. So it's not going to be Thanksgiving Day. We're looking at kind of that whole week as a whole right now. We have a low chance to be above average, but it doesn't look like we're going to be too cold for that week. And we have a really good chance to get some sort of rain during that week as well. Now again, things can change, so don't hold this too close. Don't get your hopes up with this, but not a bad preliminary forecast right there. Let's see, and Thanksgiving isn't on the 5+5 day yet, but that Tuesday is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So it's looking, like what we would expect for this time of the year. We were just talking about last night, going to see the lights on, the big 3, 2, 1, and the lights turn on and everything. Very excited for that. Let's see, let's go a little bit further out here. This is for November, a little bit above average, which is pretty on track for what we've been seeing, and then equal chances for, very average type of rainfall for this month. Now the Mesonet is one of my favorite sites to look at what we're seeing right now. Of course, we're quiet out there, so we don't need anything in terms of rain or rainfall. I like to look at the dew point and the humidity. It's actually not that bad. I would expect it to be a little bit drier. We're sitting anywhere from the 70s to the 80s. That looks to be about average. Out to the west, we are seeing much higher humidity levels out there, to the point that makes me think we could have a little bit of fog out here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we've got some fog. Let's see if we can see that on the satellite. All right. I can't see it over there. For anyone who's just joining, we've been talking about this fall-like forecast, and the big headlines here are temperatures in the upper 60s with a lot of sunshine today, and that's pretty much what we see throughout the rest of the work week. Very, very little changes from day to day. On Monday, we have a little bit more cloud cover. Tuesday looks gorgeous. Wednesday also very nice, but winds pick up on Thursday and Friday, and they actually turn around by Friday with a north wind. Friday, this is going to feel a little bit cooler as we end the work week, and then through the weekend, temperatures are in the 60s still, but we have a really good chance for rain, especially on Sunday. All right, let's look at your satellite. Here you go. And let's go to Oklahoma. I think, come on. There is the fog. It's a little difficult to see. We're waiting for the sun to come up here. But I think this is the area of fog. So if you're out in western Oklahoma, you may see some fog this morning. Go ahead and take it slow on those roads. Now this is cloud cover. These are clear skies, And then out to the west, we may be seeing a little bit of fog in this area. Yeah. All right. So fog out to the west. Other than that, everyone is quiet, clear, cool. Out in western Oklahoma today, you need to watch out for that fog, especially with those humidity levels. I mean, really, I would honestly watch out for the fog anywhere from northwestern Oklahoma all the way down to the south here. Anything that has a high humidity this morning, we're going to watch for some fog. We've got some low enough wind speeds that would be my main concern. Other than that, run the heater in the car. That is the first thing that I did this morning. I hopped in the car and I was like, whew, it's cold, and I had my jacket on and I turned up that heater. These are the mornings I'm really, really grateful for heated seats. All right, anything else this morning? Karen says, boomer. Yes, boomer sooner. Jerry says, have a great day. David asks, how does snowfall predictions look for this winter? David, you are just on time just in time, there you go. Because yesterday, last year, was the first snow of the season. So November 11th of last year was our first snow, and then look at November 11th this year. Absolutely gorgeous, really fall-like, not seeing those winter-like conditions. But I'll show you the best way to kind of figure out what the winter looks like. Damon does a phenomenal job at doing these winter outlooks. So what you need to do is go to KOCO.com, and then under weather blog, he posts these weather blogs about, here we have, what to expect from the winter based on Oklahoma history. What does this year look like compared to the years in the past? El Nino is in effect this year, so what does that look like for us? He does just a phenomenal job keeping us updated on some of these things that we don't have enough time to explain in our really short forecasts. But what he does here, let me see if I can see part of this. It's going to play an ad real quick. What he does here is he makes these graphics to say, these are areas that we could see above average snowfall. These are areas that we could see temperatures a little bit warmer than normal. And it really gives you a good look at what you could see. But we're so far out, it's really difficult to say, our snowfall numbers, especially here in Oklahoma. So there you go. He says we're going to be wetter than normal. We're going to be drier than normal. And he explains all of it. So that's great. So that's where I would go if I were you. Hang on, it's still playing. Okay, let's pause that. All right, okay. We are going to get ready for our 8 o'clock show because it starts in just a few minutes. But if you need any more news and weather, you can join us at KOCO.com. We have a red banner at the top of the screen. You probably saw that on my last view here. If you go to the top of the screen, you can watch our 8 o'clock show, or you can watch it on the KOCO mobile app or on your ABC station. Thanks for joining us today, and have a phenomenal Sunday. The weather is gorgeous. Maybe patio weather, walk the dog weather. Hopefully all of our dogs are just loving this weather too. Okay, have a phenomenal Sunday. See you back here. Same time, same place next weekend.